Beautiful sceneries, cultural diversity, and rich heritage make up the tourist paradise called Goa. Located on the western coast of India, its borders include Maharashtra, Karnataka, and the Arabian Sea. Goa's economy is driven by sectors such as industry, tourism, agriculture, and fishing. Rice, which is cultivated in the monsoons from June to September, is the major crop, followed by cereals like pulses and small millets. Other major plantation crops grown here are the areca nut, coconut, cashew, mango, bananas, and jackfruit. Paddy is the principal crop in Goa. It is being cultivated both during the kharif and rabi seasons. The monsoon crops are called kharif crops. Over 65% of the cultivation is done in kharif season. A few kilometers away from the city of Mapsa in the Bardez Taluka is the village of Moira. The scenic beauty and the quiet rural ambience of this village holds a special place in every visitor's heart. A breed of large bananas called Moira bananas is a specialty of Moira, locally known as Mandol Chinkeli or Moire Chinkeli. Moira is also famous for cultivations like chilies, onions, tenli. Paddy is another staple crop which is carried out here in large scale. The mostly grown varieties of rice here are Jyoti and Jaya. There are various stages of cultivation which include preparing the field, sowing the seeds, adding fertilizers, transplantation, field maintenance, harvesting, threshing, winnowing, and milling. Plowing starts as the first showers of monsoons begin in June. Plowing of the soil has diverse methods. While some do it manually, others plow the field with the help of the power tiller, breaking up the earth into lumps of soil and turning it over so that everything on the surface is buried, and vice versa, is called plowing. This stage includes proper leveling and bunding, which is done for better soil and water conservation. Sowing plays a crucial role in agriculture, which is the next step followed after leveling the land. The paddy harvest of the previous year, which is preserved for the purpose, is used for sprouting. They fill the seeds in bamboo baskets and water it 4 times a day, cover it with sacks and keep for 4 to 5 continuous days for sprouting. And then the sprouted seeds are thrown on the plowed land. The rate at which paddy seeds grow into plants is based on selected varieties. The seeds absorb the moisture within a period of 2 days and produce the root and the leaf within the first 4 days. As the seeds begin to show signs of growth, the farmers add fertilizers to help it grow further. After 4 weeks, the seedlings are uprooted and relocated to another section of the field prepared for the process. This method is called the transplantation method. This is carried out in areas where the soil is fertile and there is abundant rainfall. This process helps the roots to penetrate deeply into the soil, thus enabling the selection of the healthy crops. Farmers need to ensure the seedlings have the required depth and they must be equally spaced. As the crops grow, so do the weeds. In the month of August, the farmers remove the unwanted weeds. While removing the weeds, the farmers must be extremely careful to avoid stepping on the young seedlings accidentally and destroying it. During the end of the month, they add a combination of fertilizers to help the crops grow. Fertilizers are chemical substances that are added to the crops to increase their productivity. These are used by farmers regularly in the field. It provides essential nutrients to the plants such as nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. It also increases the water absorption capacity of the soil and makes it fertile too. The minor details that play a crucial role in farming are carried out during the month of September. Natural calamities combined with animals and birds threaten the livelihood of farmers. This month is spent in making sure the crop grows perfectly without interruptions. The crops produce small grains of rice in this month. There's a complete change in the appearance of the field during the month of October. All lush greenery is seen turned golden brown, marking the harvesting season. A combine harvester is a mechanized tool that helps with the process of filtering the chaff from the grain. It has to be driven through a field while the machine handles the cutting, threshing, and cleaning the grains with the help of its rotating blades, wheels, sieves, and elevators. The grains thus get collected in a tank inside the combine harvester while the remainder of the chaff and the stalk are thrown from an exit pipe into the field. The machine can distinguish between the fully grown rice grains and empty husks. The whole process by this method gets over in a matter of minutes, unlike other traditional methods which are time consuming. Traditional method includes cutting the crops with the help of a sickle and filtering by crushing it with the feet. The grains then need to be filtered from dust, which is done by throwing it from a height. This process is called winnowing. After the process of filtering the grains, it has to be kept under the sun for a period of 8 to 10 days for drying. When the grain is completely dried, in the middle of November, the crucial and the final stage begins of removing the rice husks. Rice husks are the hard protective coverings of rice grains, which are separated from the grains. Farmers either boil the grains to make parboiled rice, locally known as ukde tandol, or take it to the nearest mill to get the clean white rice. Ukde tandol, which is popular among the locals in Goa, has an additional step for its preparation. Ukde tandol is obtained by boiling the grains using the traditional stoves. Coconut leaves and logs of wood are used for warming such stoves. Parboiled rice is rice that is partially boiled in the husk. With the surrounded heat pressure, the nutrients from the bran is transferred to the endosperm. This changes its texture and also makes it more resistant to weevils. Parboiled white rice is mostly nutritionally similar to brown rice. It then needs to be dried again under the sun for a few days. Dried grains then need to be transported to the mill for husk removal. This is the final stage where the grains are put through a machine which segregates the husks from clean rice. In December, the new rice is ready to be sold in the market. In the current scenario, Goa has seen a decline in paddy cultivation. A vast number of agricultural land has been acquired for various public utility projects. Though farming is on a steady decline, the government has launched various lucrative schemes designed to encourage youngsters to take up farming. Apart from these, there are Krishi cards so that farmers can avail subsidiaries and other benefits. Farming can be sustained in Goa through the various colleges that have agriculture as a professional course. Upcoming farmers can utilize such courses to boost their skills as a farmer and preserve an ancestral occupation.